Folks, how you doing? You back with another hit show of the Actors Cut. I'm your host, HUBERT GUY. We're going to have another great show for you lined up tonight. I have some great guests in the house. We're going to talk about a lot of the things that they have going on with media, magazine, radio. So it's going to be very interesting. I'm glad you could join us again. And without further ado, we're just going to start on the end right here. And I'm going to just have everybody introduce themselves. So my friend, go ahead and start. Thank you for coming down, being on the show. Introduce yourself to the people.
Yeah, I'm Greg Turner of Intrigue Magazine. I'm a freelance writer and also promoter and photographer for the magazine.
My name is Kerry D. Singleton. I'm the Senior Vice President for Intrigue Magazine. I'm also the host and producer of the Kerry's Corner radio show, a syndicated radio show that has been on for 4 years now. And I'm also an author. My second sophomore book, Idol, is now in stores, so I'm just happy to be here, Hubert, on your show.
I'm very happy that you could come down.
Yes,
thank
you
for
very
coming.
much, brother. Nice set.
And over here to my left, this is actually my brother-in-law, people.
How you doing?
What's up, Dwayne?
Well, anyway,
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Dwayne E. Butler, CEO and publisher of Intrigue Magazine. CEO and publisher.
So, with no further ado, we're going to talk about this magazine, Intrigue. This is a entertainment and intriguing magazine right here. Has a lot of stuff with lifestyle in it. Let's just go ahead and get the background. Karen, give us some of the background on how, on what Intrigue, when somebody reads this, picks it up, what they can look forward to us seeing.
So Intrigue Magazine is a great magazine. I'm not just saying this because I'm the Senior Vice President. I was actually a fan of the magazine before I got the job. I then actually was asked by Mr. Butler to be a contributing writer for the magazine. So one of the things that I love about Intrigue Magazine, I think that our readers will agree, is that our content and the quality is excellent. We get a lot of compliments on the content of the magazine, yes, but the quality of the magazine is something that I find to be an overwhelming praise. A lot of people just really into the fact that it looks good, the pictures are great, the graphics are excellent, and the stories are intriguing. So, I mean, I think Dwayne does a great job with the graphic arts and the selection of stories and things of that nature. Greg does a great job of developing stories, and we have a great staff of photographers. And I think as a team, we just make a awesome package.
Yeah, I've been going through it, and it's very, very, very well put together. Very well put together.
Yeah, thank you.
And one thing that's a lot of people say is the editorial, because a lot of magazines today, you have a lot of pictures, and there's almost nothing, next to nothing to read.
Right.
So, but in all the issues, you have a lot of content to read.
And so this is, you were the mastermind behind this. Tell us how you came up with this concept for this magazine. What, like, did you see something missing in the industry, or is something that you felt that you could give more to, supplement it a little bit more?
In the beginning, first, I was actually with another magazine, another startup magazine, and it was just strictly dance. So my idea was to put more into it, have music, entertaining articles, that's politics or whatever you might want to talk about, anything interesting to talk about. But there was a little conflict as to the ideas, so I stepped off and I created Intrigue. And when I was, before I named the magazine, I was trying to think of a name that reflects what I want to put in the magazine. And it's funny, I was driving on some road, and in front of me, I'm thinking, the magazine is entertaining, and I got stuck there. But in front of me, there was a car driving, and the motto was Intrigue. So I was thinking, what if I put the two together, Intrigue?
Right.
So that's why on the title of the magazine is Intrigue, entertaining and intriguing. So.
Well, because you want something that somebody looks forward to reading. Someone that when they pick up, they're getting great photos, they're getting great editorials. The writing is on point, and everything is it's not one or two articles that they're just gonna read in here. When they get this Intrigue magazine, they're gonna go from page 3 to page 93, because this ain't no little magazine right here. This is you're gonna get comprehensive coverage of everything going on in the media.
Absolutely.
And another thing is, a lot of magazines today that concentrate on one area, one subject.
Right.
So, but everybody likes a multitude of things. So I like fashion, I like music, I like other things. So I figured, why not put that together in a magazine and see what people say, and we've been getting a lot of positive feedback. So.
And I'm looking at all the covers, and I'm just seeing a diversity, you know, in the covers. So let's get to magazine. Here's one of the magazines right here. Intriguing. See, this one has this one has the fashion on it.
Correct.
And then you go to this one, and it has Melba Moore Friends. It's got the music, so you can see switching up the diversity. Designer Melissa Morgan. I love this lady.
Yeah, she's
great.
Excellent.
She's great.
Beautiful singer and a beautiful person.
Yeah, I grew up on her music.
Yeah.
So this magazine right here is for who would you feature in this? Like, what type of artists? What type of not only artists, but what type of event or what type of product would you feature in this? Because you know you always want the hottest stuff. So what do you look for in featuring something?
Well, one thing Dwayne definitely, which I salute him and applaud him for, is, like you said, diversity is very important. So we're not going to just have, you know, a urban look to the magazine. We're not going to just have a pop look to the magazine. Every issue, and the magazine comes out every 2 months. So every issue that comes out, you're always going to have a new face. You're always going to have a new story. So you may have a model on the cover of one issue. You may have a designer. You may have a chef or a person that's a philanthropist. So it's a multitude of different individuals that come on that are on the cover of the magazine. And the other thing I think that's very important is like I'm piggybacking on what the publisher said. Is so far as us. Making sure that there's always different content. So you have fashion, you have entertainment, you have great editorials, and you have great stories. It's a variety magazine. It's something for everybody, and I think that's what's important.
Yeah, you definitely. Greg, chime in.
Yeah, I would agree with him as far as it being variety. we try to keep it simple. We try not to follow suit what everyone else is doing. So I just want to add on to what he was saying. You may find even a local politician could be in there.
Right.
So we don't, normally people ask me what the magazine is mainly about, and I try to tell them it's a cultural magazine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because especially here in New York, we're kind of fortunate to have the magazine set here because you can find all kind of diversity here.
Right.
So our job is not really that complicated for us to find somebody of unique interest to be featured in the magazine. So we don't really, I would not necessarily say it's entertainment only. It's really a culture, and it's about diversity.
And informative.
And we try to keep it informative. It's impossible. We try to stay away from anything that could be,
Gossip.
Negative.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You only want the real printed in your magazine.
Yeah,
you don't want the
got enough
nonsense.
tabloids out here, so we definitely want to stay away from that. We only
These ain't one of those old school papers my mom used to read. She used to get all 5 of them. I'm not gonna say them because I'm not. They don't pay me no money. But y'all all know the old school tabloids. Alien baby born.
Right, exactly.
The farmers. Stuff like that.
And there's a lot of competition out there with magazines, so
Right.
you really want to kind of distance yourself from the rest. And I think what I try to bring to it is I like to call it descriptive writing. Like I try to look at your finer points and bring that to the front more. You know what I'm saying?
So when you look for a story, because I love writing too, I'm into journalism as well. So when you look to write a story, do you look to write on something specifically? Is it something that you thought about that you want to write about, or is it something okay?
Yeah. I don't want to be typical when I'm interviewing somebody, and I usually make that clear to the boss there.
Right.
I have to be, because in order for me to write passionately about you, and especially if it's somebody I don't really know on a personal level, I look for those good qualities that whatever you bring to your craft or your art form or whatever it is I'm writing about at the time.
Right.
So that's something I would discuss with you if I'm doing an interview. I would send you a line of questions and. Something that you would be interested in talking about.
And you said you also do some photography as well, too.
Yeah, do a little photography on the side, aside from the photography, promoting it.
Is that for Intrigue as well, too? Taking pictures for?
Yeah.
Now, now that, too, because I know a lot of photographers, and, when they shoot, they look for, like, they talk about passion in a picture, and, it being something that people can really relate to.
Yeah.
Something that's personal. Like when you shoot, what do you look forward to shooting? What do you like to shoot when you putting something in the magazine to have that editorial with it?
With these cameras now, like you could, if you're not careful with the lighting, and it really can bring out, the way you feel. So one of the tricks I try to do is to get you to loosen up a little bit if I'm taking a picture, because the way you feel inside will come across in a high def camera.
Right.
So you want to soften that look. If it's too hard or too edgy, you want to soften it up. You may have to do a little retouch, and stuff of that nature.
When I also shoot a lot of events, so we go to a fashion show, a lot of photographers are like dead center, watching the model come down, and they capture that shot. But I like to get other shots like while I'm walking. I catch them at an angle. This way, catch them, because once they get to the front of the runway, and then they put on their fake look. So I want to catch the essence of what they
Exactly.
So.
You want to get that real life movement, just catching in transition.
And when we did, be able to look at that picture of a person he might have took, like this one is good. And he took, that's a good shot. He caught her at an angle. Yeah. Right? And
this is not a picture that she was posing for either.
No,
and it came out
that's what I'm talking
perfect.
About. Right.
Yeah. This is
I don't know
essence of an image.
But you should look at her face. See, but she's not always looking that way as she's coming down the aisle.
Right.
So you have to take a whole bunch of shots. You know what I'm saying? And then you get to pick and choose which one you think. She's on the front cover, so it has to be the right one that can actually sell that look.
Exactly.
And even Melissa Morgan, we shot that in the studio here in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Melissa Morgan.
To get her to with that smile, you crack jokes. It's actually Brian Augustine. He's the photographer that took that photo.
Very nice.
So he's a really good photographer.
That cover shot.
Yeah, this is a great cover. This is quality. Like
that was for Valentine's Day. February. Obviously, you had the roses, the red lipstick, and so I think that Dwayne, again, he did such an awesome job with deciding to place that particular picture for the February-March 2017 issue. Yeah.
It's all about capturing everything. You have to have the right picture, you have to have the right wording, the right everything that goes into that project to make it feel, okay, this is it. So inside when somebody picks it up themselves, they're gonna be like, and you know what? It's so funny because I was just getting ready to say they want to be intrigued with this, and this is what it's called, intrigue. They want to look at the magazine and they want to be intrigued. They don't want to look. They don't want to look at it and see a couple of articles and then put it down. You want somebody to get tired, fall asleep reading your magazine. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you want to be a page turner.
Yeah.
So you got to make sure that the content. Again, that's the other thing that I was saying about with our readers salute our work on is, again, the quality of the magazine, the pages, the pictures. But again, the content has to be important, because if it's just a whole bunch of beautiful pictures, but the stories are not right, or there's grammatical errors, or the stories are just not deep enough, I think that the readers would look elsewhere.
Right.
So.
Right. Yeah. Oh, they definitely will, because like you we said earlier, it's a lot of competition out there with magazines.
Definitely.
Everybody is coming out with magazines, whether it's printed, whether it's online.
Right.
Everybody is coming out with something. So you always really continually have to take that extra step and thinking, okay, what can I do to take this to the next level that's going to keep people reading my magazine and keep people subscribing to what I'm doing versus the next magazine. Correct. So it's always a thinking game, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, what I love being an artist and actor and hairstylist myself is the creativity. I love, and that's good that you guys, that with you being, it's like how you said you stepped away from the other magazine, you have that creative control. You have that vision. It's important to have that creative control vision, especially when you're putting your heart into something that you're doing, because you know exactly how you want it to turn out. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then when you surround yourself with other people that also have that like-minded vision, this is what you come up with. Intrigue Magazine.
Intriguing.
And speaking about like-minded, the reason why I had to have him as part of the team is because his show is a perfect match for the magazine, the Kerry's Corner radio show.
We're going to talk about that right now.
we both like to introduce a lot of independent artists, people who are coming up. I mean, that's not somebody who just created a band in the garage yesterday, but somebody who's put in some work.
Right.
And then that really being recognized on like the large magazines like Ebony or whatever else. So that's another good thing about this magazine.
Right. Very nice. So let's talk about your radio show. Tell us about it.
So the Kerry's Corner Radio Show is syndicated in 4 cities. We're New York based. We're syndicated in Philadelphia, in Washington D.C., in Los Angeles, as well as London, England. As Dwayne was saying, I think it's a perfect match. The radio show's demographics and our format is pretty much old school. We pretty much play 80s and 90s. You're not going to hear a whole lot of, if any, current music. That's not the audience that we.
Well, I'm a 70s baby. I like 80s and 90s
well,
music.
same
so
here, right?
I'll
Exactly.
fit right in.
Exactly. So if you like Stevie Wonder, if you like Diana Ross, Earth, Wind and Fire, Janet Jackson, Patrice Rush, and Keith Sweat, that's the, Melissa Morgan, Melba Moore. Those are the artists that we cater to musically. We also, of course, cater to small businesses. Again, the radio show and the magazine are definitely perfectly matched. It's a perfect marriage. And my relationship with Intrigue Magazine started with Dwayne offering me the opportunity to have the Kerry's Corner column in Intrigue Magazine, which basically was or is a column where I pick an artist or a guest that's been on my radio show, and we feature them in the magazine. Right. The radio show has been on for 4 years. I'm excited about all of the great things that we're doing. We now have a club night that we're doing, which we're doing in collaboration with Intrigue Magazine, of course. 80s, 90s music. It's a club out in Queens. It's called Throwback Thursdays, and we'll be every last Thursday of the month. We'll be hosting our Throwback Thursdays event at Aloha NYC in Astoria, Queens. And again, it's an opportunity for people that like 80s and 90s music. You want to listen to some TLC, you want to listen to some Marvin Gaye, you want to listen to some Gerald Levert. Come down and listen to some good old school music without a lot of rah-rah, you know what I mean?
A more mature
yeah,
crowd.
definitely more
you can put your loafers on and sit back and chill without somebody worrying about somebody grilling you.
Right, exactly.
But also, he forgot to mention, we will have live performances also.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Rarely.
Yeah.
I don't want to, not too much, because I don't want to turn it into a concert. But our first Throwback Thursday, which is going to be July 27th, is going to be featuring gold-selling recording artist Naya, who's primarily a dance artist, but she's actually debuting her single that night, so we're letting her come out on stage. But pretty much, DJ Gus and Music Mike, who are affiliated with Intrigue Magazine, will be playing the music. And on our first night, one of the Kerry's Corner Radio Show's affiliates, WBNC Radio in Philadelphia, will be coming up and doing a live remote so that people can be live on the radio. The radio show has, at this point, since its debut in 2013, hosted so many great artists. I've had the honor to interview Eddie Levert Sr., High Five, and After Seven, and I mean the list is kind of extensive at this point.
Hey, you can add HUBERT GUY to that list pretty soon too.
You're welcome to come on the show. But the show is definitely a platform for 2 different groups, musically speaking. Old school artists who have new music that they're interested in pushing.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah,
very nice.
That's why Melissa Morgan, Melba Moore,
Adina Howard.
A lot of great artists.
That's different. I like that.
Yeah, a lot of great artists who've had hits in the 80s and 90s who are now resurfacing and putting out new music. It's a platform for them. It's also a platform for brand new artists that are on the up and coming scene, but are polished. So if you just spit 4 bars, and we pretty much keep it R&B, to be honest. I mean, we have rappers that come on the show, but you really have to be, your music has to be clean. There's no N-word, there's no creative, any of all that. It has to be radio-friendly, family-oriented music in order for you to be on the Kerry's Corner show. Again, aside from that, we've had political figures like Ramona Africa, who's the lone survivor from the May 13th, 1985 bombing in Philadelphia. We've had the American Cancer Society has come up to the show. We've had restaurant owners come and feed us and all that other stuff. Everybody. So it's definitely 4 years. I smile to myself as I think of all of the great individuals that have sat across from me. Easy Mo B. Oh, the list has gone on. But I have to be honest. My brothers here at Intrigue Magazine, one of the most fulfilling shows for me was when they came on for the first time. Before we became a unit and talked about the magazine, because it's always important to me to use the radio show's platform as an opportunity for other businesses to grow. We most recently hosted an alcohol company. It's been a fun ride, and I enjoy it. And again, the fact that we're on 5 nights a week in 5 different major markets is pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah. So we definitely have to have you come.
Yeah, man,
come
I'd
down
love to
the
be
show.
on, man.
Yeah.
I'd love to be on, man.
Yeah.
Shoot, and get a little write up in Intrigue Magazine. Something
He's
like
plugging
a
himself
like a
hard
12-page spread.
We got Mike Shannon in there.
Yeah, why don't you do what everybody does and go ahead and ask Dwayne for the cover? Everybody wants
on TV.
Yeah.
Yo, bro,
Put him on the
can I get the cover? What's good?
Cover, yeah.
Well, you can mail
Family Dinners is gonna get
give
tight.
You can mail your question submissions at IntrigueMagazine.com.
Right, exactly. Yes.
We heard you're a good chef too.
Right. Oh man, I be cooking it up.
Yeah.
I be cooking. I make it happen. That's what I do. I make it happen. Man, so I really like the way that you had that format, especially having the old school artists being able to have that platform to come back and showcase new music and so forth. That's a great outlet for that right there.
Yeah, it's been a blessing, Hubert, because the artists that I grew up listening to, they come into the studio, they call in depending on what kind of interview it is. We do both call-in interviews if people live out of state, and we have guests coming to the studio. And I mean, like, we've had the actor Leon on the show, of course, been on Oz, and every other movie I can think of, Waiting to Exhale, etc., The Temptations. And these people always, these guests come in and they're always like, thank you so much, as if I'm doing them a favor. And I'm like, well, are you kidding me? Like,
you was on my show.
Yeah, you blessed me.
Right.
Not just with the show, but as a young person, I'm sitting here listening to your music, Adina Howard, and now you're on my show. Like, I feel like they're, doing such a service for me. And then, of course, I got to plug the fact that I'm an author. So my second book, Idol, is out in all digital markets or whatever. The first book, The Wanderer's Game,
should have brought that too. Should have brought it.
Kind of wanted
what
to
this show is for.
keep it about this, though. I know,
it's all about everybody. It's all love.
But my first book, The Wanderer's Game, was actually a Broadway play. And of course, Intrigue Magazine covered that. And that was a fascinating experience, man, to have your first book. Alve Alexander is a good friend of mine, and she produced, wrote, and directed the theatrical version of the book. But I want to just say that to have your first book on a Broadway stage and seeing the actors act out the parts that you wrote out, it was something else. So with the second book, looking at some different ideas with it. Actually, the first book is still even under discussion for a film. Project. So I love writing. I thank
awesome.
I thank Dwayne so much for giving me an opportunity to write for the magazine as well, because writing is my true love and passion. I mean, I'm an on-air radio host, and I do a couple of other things, but at the end of the day, I really love to write. And so with the magazine, it gives me an opportunity to write about some of my favorite artists, and sometimes he gives me the names of individuals where I have to do my homework and get to know these people. So
got to do your homework and your research. Don't want to go into anything not knowing nothing.
Nah, I can't do that.
Crazy.
My mother would not like that.
So, Dwayne, tell us what you have, the outlook, what you have for Intrigue Magazine. Where do you want to get this established? Where do you see this going? What would you like to eventually
internationally? I mean, when we first came out, our bigger audience was international. It was Germany, it was some other countries, but it
A lot of
was all in Milan because we did a lot of fashion. So
A lot of European countries, yeah.
so we try to market it out here, so everybody in New York, everybody in the United States can try to pick up what's going on in Intrigue Magazine. But where we want to go, globally.
Just take over.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel that. I understand that.
We want to go to places where the A train does not go. You know what I mean?
And that's a lot of places.
Yeah.
So we intend to travel.
Yes.
I'd like to go to some of the award shows out California, so Hollywood shows.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be very nice. Get this out there and get some people in it, and you know what? All you need is that one person to be like, I like you. Come with me, young man. I'm gonna take you to the next level.
Right.
So
Anything's possible.
Anything is possible. What do you have coming up? Well, 'cause I don't want to run out of time, so let the people know where you want to take your radio show, where you see that going really quick.
Well, like I said, the next thing that we're doing with the Kerry's Corner Radio Show, we're on 5 nights a week. Mondays, New York City. Tuesdays, Philadelphia. Wednesdays, Los Angeles. Thursdays, DC, and Fridays we're in London. So we got the whole week covered now. That's definitely we tape the show on Mondays in New York, and then it's syndicated in the other cities. But to have a platform in those cities is great. We often go out to Philadelphia or out to DC because they're not too far, and we do events with our affiliates out there. They come to New York and support the things that we're doing here in New York City. The next thing that I felt was necessary for the growth of the radio show was to have a club night. So that's what we're doing now. I'm excited about July 27th. I'm blessed to have my Intrigue family supporting me on that endeavor.
Very nice.
Again, that's an opportunity for us to kind of step out of the recording studio, for us to come out to the community and say, hey, this is what we're doing. Here's our music. Here's our vibe.
Right.
Have the people be able to come in, because it's always been very important to me that the Kerry's Corner Radio Show is accessible to its listeners. A lot of radio shows.
So I don't want to cut you off, but I want everybody to give their information before we run out of time.
Okay.
So give me your information real quick, how they can log on to the radio show.
Sure.
Greg.
It's very simple. As of this week coming up, the Kerry's Corner Radio Show.com is our website. You can come and get all the information you need that's
Very nice.
relevant.
Very nice.
And also, you can find me with Intrigue Magazine, www.intriguemagazine.com. And we're on all the main social medias like Facebook and Instagram and stuff of that nature.
So, Mr.
Intrigue
CEO,
with an E.
publisher.
Intrigue with an E.
Intrigue with an E. Remember that.
Right.
It's Intrigue with an E.
Entertaining and intriguing, 2 words.
Correct.
So how can they get in touch with you if they want to be a part of the magazine, or what information can you give them?
They can't. He doesn't like giving out his information. I was gonna say.
But yeah, if you're an artist or you're a fashion designer or anybody coming up and you want us to take a look at what's going on with you, just send an email to submissions@intriguemagazine.com.
Yeah, you can't call him. You can't.
Can't call him.
No.
He doesn't like calls, people.
Nah, he doesn't like emails, calls,
like
none
calls.
of that text, nothing.
It's not that I don't like it, it's that then it starts to get a lot.
No, he's the publisher. All jokes aside,
Right.
the bottom line is you just protocol. Submissions. You're submitting stuff. It should be submitted to the magazine, and then it gets filtered to whoever's gonna.
Because our editor, Mark Buchanan, he's also involved with choosing some of the stories that go in it.
Correct.
So
Very nice.
it's not just me. So.
Right.
You know what? I don't know if the time stopped because my clock stopped, but it don't matter because this show will be up on my YouTube channel. They'll still be able to hear all of this anyway.
And what's your YouTube? I see it on
well, that's my website right there,
Website.
handsomegoodgrooming.com.
handsomegoodgrooming.com.
My YouTube channel is just HUBERT GUY. Just go to YouTube and put in HUBERT GUY. I'm sure because we've been way over a minute and a half, but it doesn't matter because when you see the show on YouTube, you be like, I'm glad I watched the whole entire interview.
Right.
So guys, I want to thank you for coming down and being my guest. This was a great interview. I'm looking forward to seeing more things that you guys have going on and coming up and looking to be involved with them. And this is your main man, HUBERT GUY, your host with the Actor's Cut. I will see you soon. Peace. Copy that. That's it.
Starving.
That is it. Yeah, it definitely cut off on us. Because that's been on 21, 11, and
Good
30
question.
for like.
When you see it on the YouTube channel, you still get the last part of it too, also.
Yeah. Well, when it's on air. Let me stop my this real quick.
Pass me the phone, please. Rob.
Yeah, I like these little
When
mics.
it's on air,
Yeah.
it's a 28-minute show. So it don't matter if I ended it on 28 minutes. When 28 minutes is up on the air on the channel, it's over. But my YouTube channel, it doesn't matter how long it is. So this whole interview will be on YouTube.
Yeah,
and I pretty much got everybody's information because I had like a little mental clock too before it clicked off. So it probably just clicked off right after everybody's information. So that's good.
Yeah, once you find one of us, you're gonna find it.
Yeah.
Can we get like a group shot?
Hell
Couple
yeah.
shots?
That's what I need. That's what I need.
Going to just.
Uh-oh.
That's why I carry that battery.
Oh yeah, I live in Staten Island. You know I carry batteries.
I guess we can use that.
Yes.
Yeah, poor Rob.
Thanks, Rob. Man, you the man, man. You the man.
Rob is smart.
Photo op.
Can we all get a copy of the mag?
I was just about to say that. Let's
This is
all
mine.
hold a copy of the
Actually, there's
magazine.
enough for everybody. Go around. Look at that. Alright, ready. Wait.
My phone is so fucked.
Yeah, hold on.
It's generic as
said
fuck. Hey, don't agree with me, Rob.
Alright. It's good for yours.
Copy that. Oh, so you was taking pictures while I was talking?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
don't
I
worry,
got
don't
my
worry,
mouth
it was
open.
good, it was good, it was good, it was good, I saw a few. No, you're kind of mean mugging. Alright, okay.
Yeah, man. Me mugging on fools, man. That's what I do sometimes, man. I got this handsome face, man. I gotta look mean sometimes.
Ah, that was good. Yeah, that was good.
Glad I ain't got no dirty pictures in there.
I do.
That's what Keep Safe is for. Keep Safe app.
I don't.
Yeah, this is good.
That's my story.
Alright. Damn. Alright. Oh. Wait. Got it.
Oh, it's hard to keep that smooth.
No, that was a good picture.
All right, one more. Take mine the long way though. I think if you take it the long way, then it'll come out. You see, you know what I'm saying?
Ooh, excuse me.
This is the way that the city is. You gotta. I think I get the phone thing.
Oh, wait, got the camera.
Is it? Oh, you good? Okay.
Yeah.
That's better, right?
Yeah, a lot better. Okay.
Okay, you can send me yours. You can send me yours.
Yeah. You can send me that side one too. 'Cause I don't know what Rob was over there doing. He was fucking pushing buttons on shit.
No, he's the head of all of our social media for the radio.
My man
show.
Rob.
Yeah, he's
Very nice.
He's the worker.
Man, fellas, this was a great interview. I told you, as soon as that time starts, man, it flows, you know.
Yeah.
But we had enough questions in there.
You're a good host.
Questions, thank you. Questions about different things. Just wanted to hit everything, touch the bases, and just really let people know what Intrigue is about and what you guys do. Because just like how you do your radio show, that's how I do this show. It's just a format for people that's doing what you guys are doing. And, you know, like I've upcoming actors, I've had political people on my show. I'm working with this group. And you still coming to the Rucker, right? The 10th of August to take some photos. I work with this group, each one teach one.
Look at his face.
Either the 10th is the 10th through the 13th. So any of those days. I work.
Probably Sunday.
So whatever day. I work with this
You make
with
Sunday,
the
right?
Harlem Community Board.
The
Each one teach one.
13.
That's
So,
a good concept.
I'm
I'm
glad-
glad,
I'm glad
y'all using that.
No, but Sunday the 15th.
Well,
That
Yeah,
name,
we'll
each
do
one
it
teach
for
one,
the
because when I
day,
grew
come right
up,
back.
that was a T-shirt we wore. That said, each one teach one.
well, it
And we
probably
got away from
it
that.
probably was because it started with Holcomb Rucker
Yeah.
50 years ago.
Yeah.
This is the 50th anniversary.
What time is your?
Bob McCullough
no.
Sr., who
I think he's
got
gonna
drafted
come
by the
and announce
Cincinnati
something.
Royals and played with Oscar Robertson, started this after he got out of the league.
Yeah.
His son, right? I had his son, Bob McCullough Jr. and Daryl Neverson on the show a couple weeks ago. And their show is on my YouTube channel. It's a documentary on Netflix, Rucker 50, that they produced and wrote. So I mean, it tells about how the time was back in the day, because 50 years ago you could go on 125th Street and hear Martin or Malcolm speaking. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was really a time where black athletes were starting to stand up and have that platform, that Black Panther, that revolution. Everything started in. So that's how Each One Teach One came about, and you could be a part of the program, but the only way you could be a part of the program too is if you also took educational classes. You could come up, you could learn ball, you could do that, but you also had to take classes. So that's where a lot of kids, Oakland Rucker actually got 700-800 black and brown kids into college, different colleges. A lot of women came up through the Rucker too. Nancy Lieberman, a lot of the old school players, coaches and stuff like that. So I mean, it's I just have all kinds of people down here. I've had my friend Kevin Brown on here. He wrote a book called How to Graduate from College Debt Free. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, just anything that's positive and that's new and people that I feel people want to hear about and know about. That's what I have on my show.
Yeah.
Give me a card.
Maybe I can be something.
Can I have your card too?
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's the case I'm looking for.
And I got this Vistaprint, $5.
No, the case.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Got it
I have one of
okay.
those.
When you order the cards.
Yeah, I got the plastic one you get for the 99 cents.
Nah, man.
I need that.
You better get this right here. You can get
comes
it
with the
engraved
cards.
and everything. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bam. See, honeys like it when you be like, I don't do it to the honeys. Honeys like it when you be like, let me give you my card. You pull it out. They be like, oh, he's fancy. No, I'm financially responsible. I got this from Vistaprint. It looks fancy.
I mean, it serves its purpose. but-
It serves its purpose. It does what it do.
It just looks so much better though than this. Did the rain give you one?
Nope.
Yeah, that's how. If anybody that
Got it.
wanted to get in them.
Yeah, man. That's too big, man. That look like you. I don't know what's going on right there, man.
Yeah, I need that metal one. That metal one stand out better.
Yeah, man. Hey, all I say is all a man need is his ID, his credit card, and some business cards. That's all you need to carry.
He ain't even got all of that in his wallet.
Yeah. Oh, sure, this was on the whole time.
No ID in 2017.
Nah, I changed my wallet over.
Heading back to PA, huh? Take it. Y'all live in the
PA?
city?
Oh, I live in the
Staten
Bronx.
Island.
We
Oh.
both of us live in the Bronx.
So
We
you
going to
just
PA.
driving back to PA?
All alone.
Yeah.
All alone.
State troopers
He'll
on
be
my
home
tail.
before I get back before me.
All by myself.
Yeah.
Walk y'all down.
Well, he's got another thing going on with some other brother in there.
Oh,
so.
did I get?
Oh, where?
Yeah, you booked the gig?
Yo, where's the bag at?
Yeah.
Magazine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They probably took it off because I don't have a project here. So hold on a second. Let me. I'm just now
Okay. Bless.
But hopefully, if everything gets approved, I'm looking at Monday, August 7th. Monday, August 7th, at 59th Street, will be at St. Lawrence. We have a 7 o'clock as well. We're getting closer to ending the second season. The season
You look and smell great. I'm just switching around real quick. And then I'm gonna get changed.
I'm not even here.
No, it's still season.
So you can sit in here or just sit in here. Have a seat somewhere.
Sure, I'll top spot.
So let me see what you
This is a different.
How was your day?
Everything? What about you?
Same. I've been up since 5:30.
Why?
So I went to the gym this morning.
Oh, that's right.
Trying to be Herculean.
I see my way too, I guess. I went to the gym. I didn't do like stuff. Just everybody works out.
That's all I do when I go to the gym. I just work on chest and back. Abs at home. Abs and cardio at home. Was it raining outside?
It was. I wanted to rain at some point. But it was too hot.
Well, I got stuck in some humid weather earlier. I did not like it. Okay, let me use mics. 1, 4. Right. How's your ankle?
It's still.
It looks good.
It's better than what it was. It's still swollen.
I can't really tell.
Yeah, I can tell.
Just a little bit right there.
That's the thing. I can't make that go away.
Does it hurt? You know what you need? You need a compression sock. One of those medical compression socks. And
Will that actually work?
yeah, heck yeah, because I killed my ankle a few years ago. And I was wearing one of those and it was perfect.
Really?
Yep.
That sounds like it would work.
Yep.
So this live is just pre-recorded?
Recording.
Okay, good. Because I was like, how do I tell people how to watch it?
I'll probably, as soon as I get it done, so even before it comes on air, I'll put it on my YouTube channel
Yeah.
so people can watch it.
But I have it. I did it. You did it.
I need a brush so badly.
Okay, so this is where it is.
All you can.
Where did the export go?
Come over, Sunday.
The YouTube folder on the desktop. Submit to YouTube. Thank you. You're welcome. With Rob. Actually, you. Right. You know your SD card is still rolling.